Good morning, YouTube. How the heck's everybody doing? Welcome back to Not Timmy 66. Welcome to a gorgeous, a gorgeous Saturday. Take a look, guys. Look at that sky, man. It's 60 degrees. Saturday, November 6th. My official start date for MHA in Texas. And I know, guys, don't get too excited. I still haven't gotten an orientation email. And it's frustrating, man. I'm very frustrated. So, what do we do when we're really frustrated? Well, on a beautiful day, we go buy some lumber and build a shelf for our wives. Man, that's what we do. My wife is in the middle of a canning project. Without getting into great detail, we need a little bit more shelf room. And we've got the space, we just don't have the shelf. So, Not Timmy 66, Mr. Absolutely not mechanically inclined, nor carpentry skilled, has done some measurements. And we're heading up to the depot of home, to get us some plywood and some wood just to make some shelves, man. That's what we're doing. So what to do while we're waiting? I'm not saying that this is necessarily the end-all be-all for everybody, but it's kind of what helps me to kind of keep my mind off things and keep me motivated as the days move on and I still wait for orientation emails. I have faith and I stay positive about the fact that I know that, I'm going to be working pretty dang soon, and I'll probably look back on this time going, man, wish I had some time off, right? But in the meantime, while I'm waiting, instead of sitting there worrying and sending 50 million emails to HR bugging the crap out of them, I've decided to do something productive with my time and kind of delve into something I'm not real comfortable with, guys. Man, making shelves and, woodworking in general, I like doing it. And you may say to yourself, not Timmy, man, now that's easy. Anybody can make a shelf. Well, I'm here to tell you guys, if anybody can mess up a shelf, it's me. And you may say, well, how can you have faith in it, man? You've been waiting for so dang long to get this MHA position. And then, on top of that, guys, I got a comment, and thank you guys very much for the comments, by the way. Keep them coming. Bad, good, indifferent, doesn't matter. Love them all, man. Love to converse with you guys. Love the community. It's awesome. I've heard that some people have gotten inspired to actually get out of their desk job and go and seek employment out in the fresh air and do some, I guess, manual labor. And that's good, man. It's always good to, like I commented back to this particular person, I said, you know what, man? Life is too short. If you're not happy pushing paper at a desk and you'd rather go out there and, I don't know, see the country by being a truck driver or just get out there and deliver and be amongst the folks, then, man, you need to do it, right? But another comment I got from somebody was really disconcerting, man. He showed up for his orientation and was told that he's a holiday temporary worker. All of them were. He thought he was being hired in as a 360 employee, meaning 360 days of employment before you have to take a 5-day break. And if you don't understand that, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on that. I'll just let you guys know that it's in my videos, so go back and take a look, because I just don't want to go back and rehash all that. But that got me a little concerned. I was like, wait a minute. So you hired on thinking that this was a assistant position moving into a full-time gig. You quit your full-time job to take this position, then you find out it's just seasonal. What's up with that, man? And to be real honest with you guys, if I find that it's the same thing, I'm going to be upset. Mr. Positive here might just be a little bit more upset than you probably ever seen me. But I'm not 100% sure. I went back and I looked at my job description and everything, and nowhere in there, Nowhere in there does it say anything about seasonal work. So I'm hoping, at least in my case, it's not the case. But if it is, I definitely will let you guys know. And you may say, and I've asked myself, well, if it is, what are you going to do? Well, I'm going to work it. Obviously, I've been out of work for a few weeks now, and I'm going to do whatever it takes. But I'm not going to be happy. And if that is the case, and that's the situation, that they are kind of pulling people in and then letting them know that it's just seasonal work, as the commenter, as the person said, a bait and switch, I am not going to be happy with a bait and switch, guys. But we will stay positive until we find out otherwise, and I'll let you know what happened with that. And again, guys, excuse me, in my situation, it may not be as severe because I do have a full-time income with my wife. And, I always can go out and do Uber Eats and DoorDash and stuff like that. So it's not like the end-all, be-all. But for someone that may be the breadwinner of the family, the main person, to quit their full-time job, to find out that they've signed up for a job that's just going to be kind of a temporary gig, that's not cool at all. So I'm hoping that is not the case. If you guys have heard more about this, let me know in the comments, because it's the first I heard of it. And I'll be real honest with you, it worried me. I sent an email to the HR guy saying, hey, just to be sure now, this position that I'm applying, that I've been accepted for and that I have accepted, is actually a 360-day gig. It's not just seasonal, right? Because if it is, did I mention, I'm not going to be too happy. Anyway, guys, enough about that till I know more. Let's go into Home Depot, man. Let's get some wood. Luckily, I don't have to get a whole bunch of wood screws and all that good stuff because I've got most of that stuff at home. So, yeah, we'll just go in here and we'll take a look and see what there is to see as far as wood for shelving. Alright, guys, we are shopping for wood, and I don't need a huge piece, man. I just need a smaller piece. Let's see what we can find here. Look at these prices, man. Woo! Alright, guys, I quit filming inside of there because it was a cluster, but as you can see, guys, we have the wood. The project's afoot now, guys. Wow. The project's afoot. You know what I mean. You know what the biggest problem with all this waiting around is? Is the what ifs. Like, what if the job is only seasonal? What if they don't hire me because of this, that, or the other thing? What if I put myself out there, took a risk to change my profession, and it all ends up to be bogus? What if all these things can happen? The what ifs in life are what get you. And I'm sorry, guys, when you are waiting for a job to come through for you, the what ifs are huge, and they start building in your mind. At least they do in my mind. I'm like, well, what if this happens? Oh no, what if I quit this job and now there's going to be a problem with this job, and what if I don't get the hours that I'm supposed to get? What if? Well, what if you just stop worrying about it, man? What if you just know that things in life are going to happen the way they're supposed to happen, right? What if you just stay positive? What if you just say, I'm going to do the best I can every day? And another thing too, what if I got up every single day and just said, thank you for what I already have? Would that change your perspective a little bit? Now, does it stop you from worrying? No. But does it kind of paint a bigger picture as to maybe I shouldn't worry so much about all the what ifs, because whatever's going to happen is going to happen, right? Right? I mean, I've seen situations where people have just made themselves sick with worry and the what ifs. I've done videos about why worry before, and I've done videos about staying positive, but I don't ever think I've ever done a real practical application as to what I actually do when those feelings hit me, because I'm human, right? Those feelings hit everybody. Everybody worries a little bit. And then the what ifs can kind of kill you, like once you get to the job. What if I'm not good enough? What if I can't handle the work? What if I can't do this? What if I can't do... You know what I'm saying, man? It's like a vicious thing. So instead of just saying what if, say what can I do, man? What do I have in my toolbox? What talents do I have that allow me to be successful? And am I smart? Can I learn to do a job if I've never done it before? Heck yeah, I can, man. Can I don't know, learn a new skill, learn a new trade? Can I get out there and do something different? Can I, even if I have done the job a million times before, what if my boss doesn't like me? What if my coworkers suck? You know, what if you just said, you know what, thank you so much for everything that I have. Thanks for my kids, thanks for the house, thanks for the car I'm driving, thanks for the clothes on my back, the food on the table. It changes your perspective on things, and it allows you to step outside of that little containment of worry that wants to drag you down and build you back up into something where you stay a little bit more positive. And what if you, instead of moping around worrying about if it's going to be a seasonal job or not Timmy, because I caught myself doing that after I read the comment. I was like, oh no, what if it is? What if I just instead got up and said, you know what, we were talking about building that shelf because we need some extra storage. I'm going to go ahead and go out and buy the wood, use my power tools. You know, what was that, Tim the Tool Man Taylor? Yeah, definitely. My name may be Tim, but it's not Tool Man Taylor. But what if I did all those things instead? What if I stepped outside of myself and did something nice for somebody else, man? I feel 100% better. And I'm not kidding you guys. It works. Try it. And so the what ifs, the negative what ifs in life, what are those, right? What does that boil down to? It boils down to fear, right? And there's an acronym for fear. FEAR is how you spell fear, right? False evidence appearing real. Fear. If you take a look at what fear really is, it's your worrying about what may or may not happen. Now, okay, if a guy is pointing a gun at your face, then, you know, there's some really good cause to be fearful, right? Or if you're about ready to fall off a cliff, or, you know, you see that dump truck barreling towards you and there's nothing you can do to get out of the way, then some real fear is warranted. But the kind of fear that we build up in our minds when we don't know any better is just a waste of time and energy, man. It's a waste of my time to sit there and worry about, is this going to be a seasonal job, or when are they going to call me? When am I going to get my orientation notice, and start bugging the crap out of everybody up at the post office? And you know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense to do all those things. It shortens your lifespan. It creates stress, and kind of makes, at least me, I can only speak for me, guys, but it makes me kind of a miserable person. I just mope around. And then I go on YouTube and I watch all these people that are telling me all these horrible things that are going to happen. And I'm like, what if that happens to me, man? No! I step outside of myself. I do something nice for somebody else. And while you're at it, do something nice for yourself. If you got a motorcycle, get out and ride it. You got kids, go play with them. Go take a walk. Do something different to step outside of the fact that you're in a fearful situation, or that you're in a worrisome situation. Things are going to happen the way they're going to happen. Things are going to always be the way they're going to be. And you know what? People, more than anything else, guys, just know that no matter how people are going to let you down, right? Employers are going to let you down. Promises made are not always going to be what they sound like. Things are going to happen. We don't have any control over them. What we do have control over is how we react to them and how we handle certain situations. And by laying around or sitting around feeding your own fear, which may or may not happen anyway, doesn't do you any good, man. It just don't. It doesn't for me. All it does is give me heartburn. I don't like heartburn. And guys, what I said about people disappointing you, they're going to disappoint you because they're human. We're all human, right? I don't mean to say that people are just setting out to disappoint you and that's all that, you know, their end all be all is. And yeah, there's some people in this world that, for lack of a better term, get off on other people's pain. There are people that are out there like that. For the majority of folks, though, most people are just good people, trying the best they can to do the best they can. You may not always agree 100% with the way that they go about doing things, or that they, you know, their attitudes might be different than yours, whatever. But that's what makes us human, man. And to understand that people are going to let you down doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be a negative person about everybody. It just helps me personally to know that people are probably going to try their best, but they're not always going to succeed. They're not always going to be 100%. They're sometimes, man, they're just going to let you down. And bad things can happen. And bad things will happen. It's part of life. So, as this drama continues with me waiting on the orientation, I know it's going to end, right? I know that real soon I'll be getting an email telling me what day to show up for orientation, and my questions will be answered as far as, is this some kind of seasonal job? Is this a bait and switch that you guys pulled on me? Or is this, you know, what I signed up for, right? And let's just say it is turn out to be something that is seasonal work that they hired for. What are the opportunities as far as being able to move on past that seasonal time and continue to keep working, right? So that is a scenario I don't want to find myself in, but it's a possibility. And also staying positive, knowing that, you know, whatever's going to happen is going to happen, and I'm not going to sit around and worry about it. I'm going to just do the best I can every day to stay positive, to thank the man upstairs for everything that I have in this life, because I have a lot. I have a lot to be grateful and thankful for. And spend my time doing things that are productive as opposed to negative, right? It just makes you feel better. I don't know. I might film me trying to build this shelf. We'll see. We'll see how long this video really ends up being, guys. All right, guys. Let me show you what I did. See? We just put in. It's probably hard to see, but that is time well spent. So, guys, as I wrap this video up, you may see some footage if I get brave, because, guys, I really suck at building stuff. It might be kind of funny and entertaining to do it, but I don't know if I want to do it. So you may not see me building some things, but if at this point the video ends, I want to wrap it up with just saying, stay positive, man. No matter what you do in life, always make it count, and get out there, get outside of yourself if you're worrying a little bit too much about things, and try to make a positive impact on other people's lives. It'll really help you in the long run. That's all I got for today, guys. Not Timmy 66 on this beautiful Saturday.